G'day Minecrafters, and how you going? Stevo here with another video, and today I wanted to talk about something from the latest snapshot. This is from 12W42A, and based on this and a few other things, I'm really getting excited for 1.4. Alright, so pretty much, if you haven't seen the latest snapshot or any updates from it, repeaters have changed a little bit. So we can now lock repeaters. So for example, we've got a signal going into that repeater. We've now locked it into there. That locks whatever was previously there, and it can't change. So based on this, I decided to put together a few concepts for shift registers. This is the concept I'm going from. Got a basic monostable circuit which works from that repeater concept. It's getting dark. And so what happens is the signal goes up by 1 each time. Now there's a lot of simple ways to do this, and I'm not gonna say mine are the be all and end all of all shift registers for the new snapshot, but I wanted to show you my designs and maybe start, I guess, some thinking towards other things that might be affected by this change in repeaters. So what we have here is a basic one-directional shift register. I made a second one over there, but it's a bit more complicated, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So, same thing, except I've got redstone in between them. And as you see, the signal went to there, the data is now there, or the signal, and then it goes back to the start and loops through. So a really basic shift register just consists of a monostable circuit and all that. I'll show you how to build it, because I think this is probably quite useful. And just to show you, it doesn't work both directions with this simple model. You have to do something a bit more extreme, like what I've done over here. But I'll show you that in a minute. So yeah, we've got our normal transition from, up here. Don't worry about the lever, that's just for other reasons. So the signal went from there to there, but we can't go backwards because if this repeater gets a signal, then both will have a signal, and we'll have redstone here and here, and it will be a bit disastrous, like so. So the same model can't be used for both of those, and that's because of this concept. So now that the signal is on both of those, doesn't matter what you do, it's going to continue to have a feedback loop. But there is something interesting that I drew to make that one. As you see, if you interrupt one, then the other one keeps its signal. Alright, so now look at the bidirectional shift register that I've come up with. Just so you're aware, I don't think this is the most compact design that you could possibly make. I just wanted to do a proof of concept and to put the idea out there, because it would be kind of stink if I just came up with the single direction and didn't have a go at the double. But as I say, like, there are probably more compact versions. I just wanted to have that out there before I started. So let me just show you that it does work. So we've got the thing here. This is to go away from us. I'll put this up for download for people to have a go at and whatever, so people can, just play around with it. Just kind of get an idea. So back and forth, let's go all the way up and all the way back, just so you can get an idea. I will explain how this is made in a minute. I'll do the other shift register first, mostly because it'll be more likely used than this one, because the other one's more compact. And then if you're done, you can kind of go and whatever. So all the way up, and it comes back too. See? So it works nicely. Yeah. So, and there's obviously those are our output signals. So let's have a look at how to make both of these. That one's a little bit more complicated, but stick around after making this one. I'll show you how to make it. This one, we'll first make the monostable circuit. We'll put a block with a repeater going out of it, and 2 repeaters, and then a repeater going like that. So you have, this repeater on 4 ticks, and this one on 2, and then a block there. Then we place a torch and this is effectively our lock line. So we put however many, 3, 4, we'll go 5. Let's put 5 down. And that's it, that's our lock line. The reason I had a lever on there before was for this reason, so we can change the delay on the repeaters here, because otherwise they're locked and we can't modify them. So it is nice if you've got something already in place to allow you to modify them. So now they're all on 2 ticks, but they're locked. So our initial signal comes in from the very start. We'll put a loop function on this one as well, and a repeater at the end. Blocks on those, so we can go and do an output. 3, 4, and this one will come up a little bit differently. 5. Here we go. And then should be fine. I don't think the top one's gonna work. Alright. Anyway, we get the idea. So yeah, the redstone goes up. Now to get it to loop around, I'm pretty sure most people would be able to figure it out, but you just basically have it go in like so. Now we also want to give ourselves a early loop function. So let's put a value in. Put a button. There we go. We now have a value in our system. And that's it. We've just got to put redstone over the top, and we've got a shift register, a single direction shift register. Pretty simple, not overly complicated, but it's quite awesome that we can now do this in such a simple manner. And once again, there's probably more compact versions out there. That was a weird button press. There you go, it's working nicely. Now let's look at how to make that other one after making it day, of course. The other one, this one is a little bit more complicated. If you're finished and you don't want to know how to make this, then you're free to go, I guess, but this one's going to be pretty interesting anyway. Once again, we continue with our monostable circuit. We put 2 repeaters and a repeater there, and then a repeater like so. Redstone, 4 ticks and 2 ticks. This time, actually, we have our, go up like that. Actually, one thing we do differently on this one is we put a block here. Now, the difference is that we want these pistons to go separate to these, because the trick to this success is this monostable circuit both powers this and it powers that line as well. It needs to power both lines so you can get a reset for the for both repeaters. Otherwise, you're going to run into problems. So, like, it gives it a reset. It allows it to move, but moves the value so that you don't have any, like, a feedback loop, or because otherwise, if we didn't reset both repeaters, we would end up with the same problem we have here, where we have 2 of them are powered every time, so you wouldn't lose the power in the other one. So it has to press that to depower those repeaters and then allow the value out of there to come out. So yeah, and the pistons are what basically allow it to move back and forth and such. Let's move on. And so to get it to transmit up, we want to put a torch here and a torch on here with a repeater on here on 4 ticks and a torch on there. And then we want to put another block here. I think I might have done this slightly different. Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, never mind, we're all good. I remember now. I changed it because I had it a different way before. There we go. That's how it was. So that when that gets a short tick, it allows for power to depower that, and that will also be depowered for a short time. So effectively a monostable circuit on a monostable circuit. It's yeah. The only reason for that, like I said, is because this wire that comes out of here turns that off, but we don't want it to touch the piston, so I made a separate monostable circuit as part of the same button press. So yeah, so it might seem a bit redundant to some people, but I thought it was quite useful, and you can change it if you'd like. And like I said, this is all a proof of concept, so you can take what you would like from this and do your own thing, really. But yeah, it's quite useful. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now another thing you want to do is interrupt that signal. I've done it over here just by putting a block there, and that's so that you don't get, because if this is powered and this is just going that way, then it won't power that torch, and then won't change those. So the configuration of the repeaters is different to the others in that there's a gap in between them. But it's, yeah. So we have the signal going in like that. So we basically interrupt the signals here and here. Those are the two signals we want if we want to go that way. If we want it to go that way, we leave this, well, we break a block there and place it like that. That's our configuration. So we put two more repeaters in like this. So basically, if we want it to go forward, we put down that piston. Those two are already down, as you can see over here. This one starts up and stays up unless the signal is going that way, and these two stay down unless the signal is going backwards. So kind of an opposite sort of effect, but we wouldn't be able to pull it off in such a compact area if we weren't doing it this way, if that makes sense. So we get ourselves a piston, and this piston starts up. To do that, we need to invert this. Forgot about that. And yeah, so that stays up. Now on the other side, actually, you know, we'll put that there. That's our starting thing, to have it loop around again, so we can start from the very beginning and such. This can be effectively as long as you want it to be. Oh, I'm such a nugget. Okay, so yeah, these are very important. Don't forget your repeaters. 2 ticks and 2 ticks. Cool. I don't know how I forgot them. You get the idea. I'll only make it too long because I don't want to get too complicated with it. But you get the idea of how to make it, I'm sure. And so we do the same thing again, except in the middle, because it's going backwards. So if you want it to go forwards, you do it in that row. If you don't want it to go backwards, those two. And that's it. We've pretty much got there. We'll just make another monostable circuit, and we should be good to go. Now this one will do the opposite of the other one, just for, I guess, neatness and such. Block here. Dust like so. Oh wait, I keep forgetting. And then, yeah. It's awesome when you remember your own designs, isn't it? It's like I've spent the last number of minutes on it. Alright, then a torch, and a block. Another block, torch, repeater on 4 ticks. Now this one isn't inverted, it's just normal. Yep, this is right. And probably better actually if we do that. Should have made them closer, but that's all cool. And we're pretty much done actually. We've only got obviously 2 long, but it's, well, 3 long actually, because of the start as a signal as well. So yeah, it's a really short one, but you can make longer ones if you need to. Now if you want to transmit a signal like I did, I basically just put torches and made it go underground, so yeah, it's just made it really simple. But there's probably other ways to do it as well. As I say, my version isn't the be-all and end-all of all shift register designs on the matter, but I just wanted to put my design out there as I thought it was fairly unique and hadn't been done before. Well, I doubt it's been done before because this snapshot's only been out for a short time. I'd be really surprised if this has been done already. So, yeah, we put dust in like so, and we're done. That's it. That's our shift register. 2 directions, and it's not as fancy as that one, but yeah, it's cool. And it's not as compact as the other versions, but it does the job. So first of all, we have no signal. Best way to put a signal in is just actually there, and pressing our button. Now we have a value here. If we press backwards, it will go back to the start. So let's press backwards just because. Oh, yeah, that's right. And that's on 2. Gotta set the delays. There we go. Now we're back to here, and this one's lost its value. We can go all the way to the end if we'd like. We can make this actually instantly expandable, theoretically anyway. Also, a major note, the delay down here, I've got those on 2 ticks because of this repeater. They could be on 1 tick if you really want to, it doesn't really matter. These ones after the repeater are 1 tick. So if you want to make it really long, you have to change the delays on everything else just to make it compensate. Because otherwise you'll get after the repeater and before the repeater you'll get 2 signals and such. It's something to take into account, and I wanted to make sure that was stated. And that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you can gain something from this. I thought it was pretty awesome. And it's going to change the way a lot of us do redstone, so really exciting stuff. But yeah, stay tuned guys for more videos from me. I'm going to try and make more now that uni's starting to die down a little bit, and I'll catch you later. See ya.